Hey guys, today we will explore box plot and distribution plots. These charts are normally used to perform exploratory data analysis. So let's do this on top of our data set. I have this category, year, and sales details. So let's quickly visualize it using a box plot. So I'll start with few dimension. Let's say category. I'll add my month here, and then my measure is going to be my total sales. Okay. So I'll swap this. I want the x-axis to be my category. Okay, so now what we see here is for each category we get a box plot representation or a whisker, right? So when I place my mouse over, you can see all these details, right? So what these parameters means, right? So what you see in the middle line is nothing but the median of the entire data set, and followed by we have the first quartile and third quartile, this box, right? So this um, box, the starting is the first quartile, and this end portion is the third quartile. This is nothing but the middle value of this value. So we have this max value, and not the outlier, the max and the median. The middle of that will be our third quartile, and similarly the middle of this median and the minimum value will be our first quartile. Okay, so you can get into detailed and understand what more about box plots. But in terms of click, okay, so this is how what we have, right? So we could clearly see the median, and the median also tells us how skewed the data is. So whether it is a right skewed or a left skewed, so you could see the middle, this median is not in the center of the distribution, it's somewhat skewed, right? So that information we can get out of it, and we can also see if there is any outlier present. See, outliers are nothing but some abnormal, right, unusual values, exceptionally high values which stands out from the rest of the data. So we could see most of the sales is falling within this range, and except few values which really stands out, right? And on mouse over, I could also see, so this outlier is contributed from this July 2017. Here also it is July 2017, right? So there is some pattern over here. So we can dig in deep and analyze what happened on this July 2017 and why it contributed to an unusual exceptional sales value, so which stands out as an outlier. So these informations we can get out of it, and we can also change the types, right? So by default, it goes with the standard mode, the Tukey mode, and with 1.5 interquartile range. So interquartile is nothing but the IQR. So you have this quartiles, right? So box end plus 1.5 IQR. So the this value. So normally we follow 1.5. You can change it to other numbers if you want, and you can also change the preset to other modes also, percentile based or standard deviation based upon the need. So normally we go with standard Twiki, and you can decide whether you need to show this outlier or not. So we can enable or disable that. So this is how we can utilize box plot to perform analysis, right? So more of a statistical part, not on the visualization analysis. So let me uh, create a distribution plot. We'll perform a similar analysis over here. So category, total sales, month, year. So I'll swap this. Appearance, presentation, vertical mode. Let me resize it. I do see some null values. Let me remove those. Okay. So now we see a similar pattern over here. It's a distribution plot. What it does is it shows us how our sales is distributed for each category. So I could see in baby wear, most of my sales almost falls within this range. So it's somewhat clearly defined within this range, right? So within 10, 15k, or within 5k, or within 10k here in this case. But whereas here in the women's wear or the sports wear, so or the men's footwear, we could see some outliers standing out. But most of our sales falls within this range. But there are some exceptions which stands outside. So this is the range, or where most of the sales is distributed, right? And these are the outliers, like how we saw over here. So we could see the outliers standing out, whereas the common range is within this, say, let's say 30k, right? So around 30k is what the normal sales amount hovers over for women's wear. So this gives an idea of distribution, right, of the sales by each category. So this is how box plot and distribution plot helps us in analyzing the data. Hope we got some basic understanding about these two visuals. Please do let me know in the comment section for any clarification. Thanks for watching.